Hello! We are back in the Lighthouse. We defeated this guy last time, and we still have plenty to do, of course. But, yeah, we're just crawling up the Lighthouse. It's a long, difficult road. Not really, it's just a bunch of random trainers, and Meltank's actually holding surprisingly well. I know it fainted, but it's holding surprisingly well for being so under-leveled. Even though it's not that bad. But we'll see how it does. It doesn't have the greatest amount of moves right now. Probably should have gone and gotten the headbutt TM at least, but he'll do well with Stomp. And ooh, nice flinch. Alright, so I want to mention this in the Lighthouse because I didn't mention it last time. But the Lighthouse, is a lot like Pokemon Tower from Red and Blue and Fire Red and Leaf Green, where it's just kind of a tower that goes up. Nothing really difficult about that. But there's no elevator in this one anyway. Thank you for an easy kill, I guess. Great job, Growlithe. But it's basically a tower and there's a bunch of trainers and blah blah blah. But the little puzzle or gimmick is the holes in the ground, which I believe we saw in Cinnabar Mansion in Red and Blue, if you want to relate back to anything that you've seen. That's actually the hole right here is the one we're going to need to take to move forward. But we're going to go all the way around by all the trainers because Meltank needs the experience. And also there are some valuable items. I know there's a rare candy in here, I believe. I know there's a rare candy in here, I believe. That's a weird sentence to say. Because if you know, why would you believe? Whatever. So there's quite a few like trainers here. That actually might suck if this continues. Flinch. Flinch. Thank you. That could have gone really badly. I don't care, it's just 3 damage. Unless Tackle misses, which I'm using it to conserve PP, because I don't think you want to see me run to the Pokemon Center. Yeah. So, the little gimmick is the holes in the ground. You kind of fall down, and we've seen it in Cinnabar Mansion, but there are several, like, if you look at these, there are several of them. That means there's not just 2, like there was in Cinnabar. One was wrong, one was right. We have a total of, well, we technically have one major one that gets us up to the top, and then we have a bunch that is a shortcut down because they decided, man, who needs an elevator in a Lighthouse? They eventually fixed that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver because it's kind of just dumb how they didn't do it. It's kind of like if you played Pokemon XD, there's a Lighthouse in one of the first areas of the game, and you actually can ride the elevator up and you'll be fine, or you can take the stairs. I recommend you take the stairs though, because there are some items, but that's neither here or there. So yeah, that's the little gimmick of this dungeon. It's not really a dungeon, it's just kind of a walk up. You really don't even have to fight that many trainers. So you can technically skip a lot of these, though there's a rare candy, so if you want to give that up. And also, I'm a big fan of free experience, as you can see. So, it's really your choice. Nice crit. Doesn't really save my Stomp. Oh, really? That close? Wait, what did he say? He said something about a smile, so I'm guessing like Pokemon's sick. Because that's what he was talking about, curing stuff. Or at least that's what I got from the context. My bird Pokemon are in prime form. This doesn't make sense because it looks like we're in an enclosed lighthouse. So the general like sense from this doesn't make sense at all. Later in the remakes for this, it doesn't make sense because you fight him outside. So it makes a lot more sense. Here it's just kind of like, dude, you're in enclosed space. And also, I've never met a Pokemon that couldn't fight properly in any area. The only like actual like thing that stops you are those like sky battles in Generation 6. and that's because they're in the sky. That makes sense. Now we're gonna stay out, and then we're gonna switch out to Gengar. I would try and not help Smoochum, but get Smoochum to level up. But if I switch in Smoochum on any type of physical hit, it's gonna die. Like that would have killed it. No, it wouldn't have, but it would have come pretty close. 15 defense as your base stat is a terrible, terrible number. It reminds me of Sunkern stats in Toll. Nah, it's actually pretty bad, but we'll see. Well, we won't see what Sunkern stats is. I don't know. But I guess I should mention Heart Gold Soul Silver. When they revamped this area, it looks like a lighthouse, and to be honest, it's actually one of my favorite, like, just design areas, like, redesigns. They redesigned Burn Tower, and it looks very basic. I also like, is it... Not the World Islands, the, fuck. What is this? Is this, I don't even know what this could be. Swagger. I guess I'll talk about Swagger. So, Swagger is a, kind of a confuse ray on meth, if you want to be specific. So, what it does is you confuse the enemy opponent, and then you proceed to give it an attack raise as well. It's an attack raise by 2, so 2 stages. Same as a Swords Dance. And the reason it even exists in the first place, it sounds like a terrible trade. You confuse them, yes, but you raise their attack. But the reason Swagger exists is because of the way Confusion works. Confusion works based on your physical attack and your physical defense. That's how it works. So if you have a high attack and low defense, your self-hit is going to hurt a lot more than it would have in the case of, like, I don't know, like a Registeel, I guess? It'll hurt a lot more if your defenses are terrible. Or if your attack is super high. That's why Swagger exists. But there's also ways to abuse this, and yeah. I don't need to mention, because there are plenty of strategies in this game that are pretty obvious. So, yeah, Swagger's there. I also want to mention, I was talking about redesigns, and I'm trying to remember the area that I really like. Tin Tower? Yeah, I think so. Because Brass Tower is the one that burned, right? I don't know my lore, I'm terrible at this. No, but the one where you find Ho, because it's not really the tower itself, it has an interesting look. Not too distinctive, so it's not that great, but it's the path up to it. It looks beautiful. It really is one of the best areas in Pokemon. Like, you can fight me on that. It looks good. It reminds me of, like, Black and White when they had the Sky Arrow Bridge, or whatever, the first time, and you walking on it, you see those cars. It's really cool. So, we're just fighting our way through this lighthouse. I think we might get to Jasmine. Should. Maybe. 18. 12 more levels. It shouldn't take that long. It is going to take a little bit longer, because I'm not really worried about it. Like, if you look at it, it's already matching the current level. And it'll continue to, because I'm not going to be strict on it. I'm not going to just, like, go and grind it against trainers. I'm not going to... It's not like my Lapras or Tauros that I got in Red and Blue, where it was far, far behind. It caught up pretty easily. And that is one of the good things about the slow progression in Johto. I mentioned all the bad things. There's one good thing. You can catch a Pokemon, raise it to match it pretty easily. So, there's a good thing. I'm just going to leave this out. It's not worth... It's worth in Poliwhirl state because it's an evolved form, and you get more XP because of that, but with it just being a Machop, like, it would have been what would have been 165, a little more. It's not that great. Super Repel. I don't use them, so very useless. Oh, we are here. I'm pretty sure. Let me search around for an item. I don't know why this music plays here. I don't care about the dying Pokemon. I really don't. Super Potion. Really? So, yeah. So we're gonna talk to her. She's gonna be like, yo, this Ampharos doesn't know how to breathe properly. Go get me some potion. No. There's a secret potion that's only in Signwood, and this Ampharos really needs it. So we're gonna go to Signwood and get it. Do you say anything after the first one? No. It's just a shortened version. Alright, so if you in fact just do this, you can go straight down. Pretty easy. It's gonna suck for the climb up, but oh well. Nice shortcut. Bam. And we are gonna be out the lighthouse. Very cool. So, I'm actually gonna end it here because it's pretty much we're gonna be starting on some expeditions, and we're also gonna be grabbing a few things that we didn't grab before. I'll probably go and grab the Headbutt TM. So next time we're gonna be taking on the routes surrounding the Whirl Islands up to Signwood City, and we'll see if Melton could cut it. So till then.